Recently, my wife and I took an Alaskan cruise on the Celebrity Summit. If you guys don't know how cruises are spoken about, you first say the name of the cruise line, like Royal Caribbean or Norwegian or Carnival, and then you say the name of the ship, right? The Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Sea. Celebrity is the cruise line, Summit is the name of the ship. So we took the Celebrity Summit. We departed out of Vancouver and went up the Alaskan coast. It was gorgeous. There'll be videos about all of that coming soon. This person here said that they took the same ship. We took that ship last year. Did you notice the staff assignments? The darker the skin, the more menial the task. Not a single non-white face among the stage performers. We found it to be quite the opposite, actually. We didn't take in any shows, admittedly. So I don't know who was on stage performing and who wasn't on stage performing. But for me, if I'm on a cruise ship, whoever's on stage performing is not the most important task on the ship for me. But what we found was every single manager of every department that we ran into and spoke to was non-white. The guy in charge of the manager in charge of the buffet, non-white. The manager in charge of the shops, non-white. The manager in charge of the main dining room, non-white. I had to go see the medical staff while I was there. I have a weak immune system, and if anything, if I catch anything, it settles right here in my chest. And so I will have to fight it with antibiotics and steroids, unfortunately. It's a byproduct of a medication that I took, and I was stupid and didn't go see my doctor before we left on the cruise and get antibiotics ahead of time, which is something that I can do with my doc and my condition, and I didn't do it, and we walked around Ketchikan, Alaska, and I caught something and it settled in my chest, and I had to go see the medical staff, and the woman that checked me into the medical department, non-white, the nurse, the guy, the male nurse who checked me in, non-white. I mean, not only non-white, he was like a 6'3" black man who we laughed and chatted and talked. It was great. The doc who saw me, non-white. The nurse in the back who took my COVID test, non-white. As a matter of fact, I don't recall many white faces on the staff at all. The only, looking back at it at this point in time, the only non-white, or I should have said, if I misspoke, I apologize. I don't remember seeing many white faces on the staff. It was predominantly non-white across the board, from the manager on down, in every single department. The only white face I recall seeing, looking back at it, was the head chef on the ship, who I saw him at a couple of different places, so he was clearly in charge of food overall on the ship. He was definitely not American. He was European. But he was white. He was about the only white guy I can recall being on the staff. So I don't know if the staff overturned from when you took the ship to when we took the ship, but that is not the experience we had. The experience we had was that they were all non-white, including every single manager at every department that we met. They were all non-white.